Hello and welcome. So today we are back with another video. I was actually planning on going ahead and putting up the new shelf for the Disney items that we have, and there's a possibility that we may be moving, and so I decided not to go ahead and put that up yet. So I know several of you may be wondering why I haven't done that video of putting up the new Disney stuff or putting up the new Disney shelves and then putting up all the Disney stuff that we have. And I just can't see putting the shelves together, putting them up, putting everything on it, and then having to take it all down and transport it. So we should know here in the next month or so whether or not we're going to be moving. And if we are, then I'm not going to be putting that up until we get to the new place, to which you will actually be able to see me put together the new studio. And yeah, that'll be the best thing for us to do on that, because I don't want to put the shelving units together and then have to haul them when it's so much easier to just haul them in their original boxes, not put together. Then I don't have to worry about having any damage on them whenever I get them there. So that is kind of paused for right now. So I did think I would go ahead though and show you the ears collection that we have. When you go to Disney, you can get mouse ears. They're not called Mickey ears or Minnie ears or anything like that. They're just called mouse ears usually. And that's because there are so many different ranges of them that it's just easier for them to say mouse ears. So if you're looking for anything in particular, you can tell them what kind of pattern you're looking for and that you're just looking for the mouse ears. And they'll know which way to take you to help you to find those. But I did think I would go ahead and show you the collection that we have. Now I'm sitting here looking at them and I do realize I'm missing one pair that I know of. And I'll explain that one when we get to them. And I'll show you a picture of them. So just know that there's going to be one set that's for sure not here in this collection. I also will show you what we normally do to carry mouse ears with us, because when you go to Disney and you go on rides, you cannot wear your mouse ears. So you need to have a way to be able to take them off and store them without them getting damaged. And so I will show you what we have been doing for that, to where maybe it'll help you if you're planning to go, like something you could get, or if you know someone that's planning to go. This would be a great idea to be able to get them something to be able to use to protect their mouse ears, or for them to be able to hold their mouse ears. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And some of these, if you've been watching the previous videos over the last month or so, you will probably recognize some of these. These are going to be some of the new ones that are in with the ones that we've already had. Now, with that being said, just know that we have been going to Disney for years. So when we started going to Disney, it was once like every other year. And so we would normally go during like the Thanksgiving holidays. And so that is when our Disney collection started. And so we actually got some that long ago. And then we just kind of keep collecting them as we go. And so we don't get a set of ears every time we go. We just tend to take them back with us to wear, but sometimes we do get them. So I'll just kind of show you like what we have, and then we can just kind of go from there. Now this set is actually one of my favorite sets, and I just noticed that they are actually damaged. These are by Loungefly, and these are the Mickey Premium bars. And I love this set. I just think it is so cute. I love the way it's made. I love the little premium bar in the middle. But I just noticed that the leather has split over here. It's not a real leather, it's a faux leather. But it's also like that on the ear itself. So I don't know what happened to them, but something obviously did. These used to be in a shadow box, and the shadow box fell and the glass broke. So that's probably what happened. And I'm just now noticing that it actually damaged them. So yeah, I do love this set though, but they're made out of a faux leather, and I love the colors of them because they're such a natural neutral color that they're just wonderful. And the amazing thing about these are, when we got them in, they smelled like chocolate. So yeah, these were pretty great. This was a really nice series that they did once upon a time. Now this is an old set, so they don't make these currently. So I'll have to look and see if I can find some on eBay or something. So yeah, the Mickey Premium bars. This is another one of my favorite ones, and mainly because these smell just like the Mickey beignets. Oh, they smell so good. These are also by Loungefly. We do tend to buy the Disney Loungefly or Loungefly brand products when we can, just because they're usually made really nice. And to me, the Mickey ears that are made by Loungefly don't tend to hurt our heads as much as what the other ones do sometimes. So these do say beignet all day. Again, they're the faux leather, but they're the Disney Loungefly, and yeah, they smell wonderful. Now this is like a, it's supposed to be like a sugared bow, but it's just like a glitter, like a clear glitter on them, but it's supposed to resemble like the powdered sugar, like crystallized. But yeah, I love these. Mainly because they smell like beignets. They're just the plain Mickey Mouse ears. As you can see, this has been cut off of here. This was one of the actually, I believe this was the first set that we got. And those tags just tend to be a pain in the rear. So we did cut off, I believe, 2 of these. And then after that, the ones that have the short tags, we just tuck them underneath. And the ones with the long tags, we tend to add like a safety pin or a hairpin or something and just keep them rolled up on the back. But these are just the solid black ones. They're really nice because they just go with everything. Now, this is one of the sets that I believe we actually found at Character Warehouse. So I think these were only like $7. And I think these were like I said, one of the very first pairs that we got. So, and they are embroidered Mickey Mouse right there. So just kind of a little plain ear. Tag has been cut off. But this was just kind of a basic one, and it was just really like the puffy mini look to it. And these are made of like a felt material, and I do not like them as much because they tend to hold just junk on them. So take a lint roller with you if you have these, because if you're going to use them, you're probably going to need to lint roll these. But these were nice. Again, they are the Disney Park ones. They just have the tag that had been cut off. And this was just kind of like a little button series that they did once upon a time, like years ago. So this is just kind of one of those. And again, it's kind of the basic colors. So it really goes with a lot if you want to try to get some that are just kind of like wearable with just about anything. So we really do like those. Now, these 2 are not by Loungefly. They're just by the Disney Parks brand. And the ears, so you can look at this one and you can see like this headband is so much smaller than like this one back here. And they just tend to pinch harder. So you can have like a headache right back here with them or like up through here with them, mostly because they're going to like have the most pressure there. So then we found this set, and this is the Disneyland, like the retro look that they did a few years back. It's kind of the original sign look. Now, to be fair, these did come from the Disney parks. They do have the Disney parks tags on them, and it's the long, what we call CVS receipt tag. But we actually found these at Burlington Coat Factory. And I think these were like $7 or $8, something like that. They weren't very much. But when I saw these, I went online to look and see. And they were the previous ones that they did for like the Disneyland design to what they have now. So we actually got these before we went to Disneyland on this trip. This trip. Well, this is the only time we ever went to Disneyland. So we actually found these before we went on that trip. And they're very lightweight. They're the faux leather. They definitely are made for Disney. So this one says Making Magic on them. And it's the embroidered as well. But this is what I'm talking about. Like whenever we like have them and we just keep the tags on them. We just pull them up with like a hairpin or something. Have the long tags. This is what we do with them. It keeps you from having to actually like cut them off and keep the authenticity of them. Then while we were there, we ended up getting these also. These actually light up, and they have a cord that comes with them for you to be able to recharge them. These are the Cars theme, and so they're really cool because they're kind of that neon retro look, but then they have the wrench in the front of them, which I think is really cute. I love it. The only complaint that I have about these is that I wish this part also lit up, and it doesn't. It's only around the ears that lights up. But I do wish that part would light up as well, because I think it would just make it just over the top amazing. But these are very cute. They're very nice. So this is one of the short tags. And what we do is we just take these and fold them in half and then put them on like this. So when you wear them, that tag is actually underneath the ears. You can still see it just a little bit, but it doesn't stick out like the other ones do. So if you're trying to figure out what to do with those Disney tags on the ears, that's what we do. We just, if they have the short tag, just take that short tag, fold it in half, and then fold it into the back of the ear. So that way it'll just be inside of there, not, you know, all the way through. But these are the ones that we got while we were there. This is the only set that we got. But to be fair, with that light up effect, I think those were $45. So they're expensive. Like, to get mouse ears is expensive if you get them in the park. So I recommend the Character Warehouse, or even, you know, eBay, or going to Burlington before your trip just to see. So we don't go to Burlington very much, but, you know, that definitely was like we'll start checking there before we go on our trips to see if they've got any for sure. And as I'm collecting stuff, I may just start going there just to see what they have. So if you've been watching the videos, this was the pair of ears that I ordered that I didn't order. So these actually came in with the ears that I did order. I ordered 4 sets and they sent me the wrong ones. So this is the set that was wrong. I'm waiting on the people that I ordered them from to tell me what to do to send these back, and they haven't said anything yet. So for now, they are just hanging out in my collection because I don't know what to do with them. They will eventually get sent back to them, but they have to send me the form to send them back. So yeah, so I'm waiting on that. Then we've got Disney 100. So these were made for the 100th year of Disney. So it's actually from the start of Disney in general. So you will see that there are some anniversary years, and there'll be anniversary years for Disneyland, and there'll be anniversary for Disney World, and anniversary for Cinderella and Snow White. And every time they do something like Cruise Line and all that, every time something has an anniversary, they will usually do a set of years to go with it. And so this was the 100 year of Disney. Then we have the 50th anniversary of Disney World. So this 50th one is just for Disney World in general. And this was a set that we got in the last video, or the video where we unboxed the ears that we ordered. These were both in that. So they still have the tags on them because I haven't done anything with them yet. And to be fair, I will probably leave the tags on these until I actually wear them. So as they go up on the shelves, they're probably still going to have their tags on them. Also in that, we ended up getting these Orange Bird ones. As I said in that video, we don't normally make it to the Flower and Garden Festival just because of the time of the year that it is. It's just not normally when we're there. But I love everything about the Flower and Garden Festival. I love the colors. I love Orange Bird. I love like the thoughts of everything that they do, the way they do it, the topiaries they make. Like every bit of it is just amazing to me. So I do hope to get to that festival in the next couple of years. And I want to have these ears to take with me because I probably won't buy the new set of ears. So I will have this set to be able to take. So I love the way that they're made. I love the way that the leather looks like an orange skin. So it's definitely not a real leather. It's a faux leather. This is smooth leather. And this is like, it looks like orange skin the way that they made it. But I think it's perfect. And I love when they use the metal pieces on them to add the extra like decoration to them. They don't all have them. Sometimes they're like this one is actually made out of a foam material. Like it's a foam. It's not metal. One is the plastic and foam. So that's 2 different materials. I love when they use the metal ones. I just think that just adds to the actual like look of it. I think it just makes it look more expensive even. Like this one was also the metal. Yeah. So then the last pair that we have are the new ones that we just got in. This was the replacement to these because this is what I had ordered, not these. And so they did just send them in. So we just did an unboxing with these. These are the Infinity Stone ears. This was the reason I placed the order to get several of those other ones, was because I saw this and I wanted it. Now this is plastic. It's not metal. But it's fine. It's still like, this has so much of a shine and a shimmer and design to it that I'm great with it. Like sometimes the metal adds to it and sometimes you don't need it. This is one of those times that it doesn't matter either way. Okay, so I have one more set of ears, which is not here, and I'm going to end up putting a picture in for you to see. Those ears were for the Animal Kingdom, and they're Animal Kingdom exclusive ears. And they actually did a complete set of those. So it was like ears, a backpack, a Christmas ornament, magnet, a pillow, blanket. Like there was a whole big line of stuff that went with that. And those are actually in a shadow box. And so I don't have those out here, and I'm not going to try to take those down. They're put up with the strips. And I don't want to take any chance of that possibly falling if I take it down and put it back up and then it falling, because that's what happened to the Mickey Premium Bar ones. Is they were in the shadow box with those strips and it fell. So I definitely don't want to take a chance and take those down. I'm quite certain that's what happened to these, where I'm certain the glass cut through it, because you can see it's just like a complete slit on both parts of it. It looks like glass. So yeah, so we do have that other set. And then we have another set that was actually, this is a DIY set that we did years ago. So we were getting ready to go to a party that was themed, and it was a Disney party. We ended up doing dinosaur, like the dinosaur part of Animal Kingdom. And so we ended up making these ears. So these ears are just made out of a headband that we got from Dollar Tree that was covered in this like material. And then we ended up getting a lot of like faux flowers and stuff while we were there. And we went to the toy section and picked up a pack of dinosaurs. And then we got some wire and some gold or wired gold ribbon and ended up making the ears out of them. So these are not perfect. These are definitely DIY from scratch. But I think these are so cute. So we actually made these. You will never find these anywhere else because we literally made these here. And you can see like the little dinosaurs are hiding in the foliage. And I just think they're so cute. So it actually has another brontosaurus that goes in them. And the brontosaurus fell out of it. I believe he was like right up here on the top, kind of tucked in there. But you can just, if you look, like you can just see dinosaurs kind of hiding just all throughout like the ears on there. But when you look at them just like in general, they're just kind of like tucked in, like they're not super noticeable unless you're looking for them. But I just thought these were so cute, and they definitely served the purpose of what we were needing. And then with it, we just did like a little, it was, I can't even remember what it was. It was like just a little dinosaur pajama top or something that went with it. And yeah, it was just, it turned out so cute. But I love these. So if you're wanting mouse ears and you don't want to spend the money on mouse ears, or you can't afford to spend the money on mouse ears, sometimes you can just do things like this dollar headband and dollar ribbon and some hot glue, and then we just hot glued flowers on here and hot glued these little dinosaurs on there, and that's it. And like I said, it works, and I think they turned out really cute. I thought they were cute when we first did them, and this has been put together for at least 5 years now, I know. So they've held up pretty good to be just, you know, the cheap little headband and ribbon and all that stuff. So you don't always have to have what's available, you know, in the parks or by Disney, but you can do things like this and just have like one of a kind. You'd be really surprised at how often people will come up to you when you're wearing like one of a kind type things going, where did you find that? Like, I want that. So yeah, these were just like a little cheap, hurry DIY mouse ear, and it worked. So that's the last set of ears. Now, when we go to the parks and stuff, like I said, you have to be able to take your ears off. So definitely don't attach them into your hair expecting to leave them on if you're going to ride rides, because you have to take them off basically for every ride. So I don't recommend that you do anything that you won't be able to take them off. So what we do is we take a crossbody bag with us, or a backpack or whatever, and then we have bought these. So these, I believe they were on Etsy when we got them, and they're just the little ear holders is what they were called. This is the gold one, and I believe we got a black one as well. These worked really well for 2 years, I think, of using them. But this time when we went to Disneyland, the buttons started coming apart and they're not connected anymore. If you can see, there's not a piece here. It's connected in there and it's not supposed to be. So just be a little bit leery of, not leery of buying these, but just make sure that you've got a backup or a backup plan with you, because if these do come apart and they won't stay, then you put your mouse ears on there and you go on a ride, you get ready to get off that ride, and you're not going to have any mouse ears because this is going to come apart and they're going to be gone. And they're not going to stop the ride to get your ears back. They're not going to stop the ride to go clean the track or whatever and try to find them. At the end of the day, you can do a thing saying that you lost them, and if they're able to find them and get them and, you know, they're salvageable, they will, you know, contact you and let you know that they're there. But most of the time, if you lose something off of a ride, it's gonna be completely damaged. Like, there's very few times. We've had one time that we lost a pair of sunglasses, and that was at Universal, and it just so happened to be tucked into a bag, and they came out. We still don't know how they came out, but they did come out, and they contacted us, or we went back up there the next day to customer service, and they had found them when they were cleaning the ride after they closed. So that was just by luck. That doesn't normally happen. So yeah, just be alert. So I definitely recommend that you have something like this of some sort with you, so that when you go on the rides, you can take your ears off and you just pop them onto this. This piece will be connected to like the strap of your bag, and then they just hold your ears for you while you're on the ride, and you don't have to worry about it. And then when you get off, you just take them off. See that piece is gone. It's on here. So yeah. So anyway, I definitely need to at least replace the snap on this, but these things are wonderful to get. I have seen on Temu and AliExpress that they have some that will go on a bag that will hold like a hat or something like that, that just kind of goes like this, and you put the hat you know, back of it into it and snap it, those would work too. So if you wanted to get something like that, or if you want to just get some kind of little, like a strap of some sort that you can just loop around this and then have like some kind of clip on it, like a carabiner or something, you could do that too. But definitely make sure you have something, especially if you're not used to wearing ears, because they tend to give you a headache and you don't want to just shove them away. You want to be able to display them still. So having something like this to where you can attach your ears to it and still be able to keep them on you, like on your bag or on your, you know, crossbody or whatever, people can still see your cute ears. You still have them with you. And then you can put them on for pictures and then take them back off and put them back on this. So this is what I recommend. Like I said, these came from Etsy, I believe. And yeah, just something along this line. So these are the mouse ears that we currently have. I'm sure the collection will continue to grow. There are still quite a few of them that I would really like to have. I just haven't gotten them yet. So I feel like I probably won't get any more for a little while. I'm going to try to not keep getting stuff right now until I know if we're actually going to be moving, because the more I bring in, the more I have to pack up and transfer. So yeah, it's not a great idea to be doing that. So a lot of the new videos coming up may be stuff that we already have, that we're already decorating with, things that we've gotten in the past. They may be more of like the we try it before you buy it and that kind of thing. Be on the lookout for those. If you notice that we're not really like getting stuff and doing a whole lot of purchasing, that's probably why, because it's going to have to just like be put on the back burner until after we get settled into the new place. Do you collect mouse ears? Do you have a specific way that you like to carry yours around? Do you have a way that you like to display them? Leave us a comment and let us know, because we're always looking for good ways to display. We're always looking for great places to purchase them. We're always looking for those mouse ears that are unlike anyone else's. So leave us a comment. And with that being said, have a wonderful day. And remember, we love you.